And at a certain point, you stop valuing that. Like, you don't want to be that anymore. You don't want to be a person that just runs through girls, breaks their hearts, lies to them, bullshit them. Like,
it's gonna run out.
Even if you tell the truth, you still bullshitting about, like, you don't, bro.
You don't want to live like that. You want somebody.
Like, you don't.
Let me ask y'all this since we here. Do y'all want somebody?
For sure.
Yeah. Do y'all see yourselves being married?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Is there anybody in the wind who's
No.
Okay, good answer.
But I mean.
a man with no purpose is the weakest form of man?
Agree.
Do you agree?
Say that again.
A man with no purpose is the weakest form of man. A man with no
Sure, I
purpose.
agree.
Only thing that makes me question myself after I said it was like, you can be lost.
I was just about to say, if you don't know your purpose, then
Right, God can still like use you. You know what I'm
still
saying?
be used, yeah.
For
like,
sure, absolutely.
So it's like,
you can be tricked into your purpose.
yeah, like that. I take it back. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know because like there's a lot of it's a lot of different variables with
A
that.
conscious man with no purpose.
Because it's like if you have no purpose, like it's like
I'm saying, like, you know that there's something you're supposed to be doing. So if you're ignorantly like opposing to do that, then I would say.
It's it's complicated.
But what if it gets hard? Then
Well,
what?
because then you can take.
because a person with no purpose
Mark,
is
for
like
example.
nothing to lose. That's like having nothing to lose. If you have nothing to lose, that means you'll do anything to survive.
You talking about Saul?
So
You
Saul
can
the
take
term
Saul.
Paul,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
all
can
the
take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it is a lot of like that's what the so the thing I love about the Bible is just a story about a whole bunch of broken people and one
Yeah.
person that wasn't
Peter.
broken. Like
Take
it's
Peter, for
like
example.
literally broken after broken after broken after broken after broken person, and then Jesus, and then more broken after broken after broken people. And God uses so many different types of people to do stuff. So the thing about a person with no purpose is lost, right? Like if you don't know what you serve, then you're a lost child. And I get that like that seems like a very weak thing.
Can a man be a lost child? A lost child. If they don't know their purpose. Can a man?
I mean, we're all God's children, so
Right.
yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's complicated, bro. Like
Because I feel like a man with no purpose
Is
I
weak.
wouldn't is weak. Period. I wouldn't say the weakest form of man, but a man with no purpose. Because here's the thing: when you just out here and you just living by yourself and you living for yourself, then there's purpose in that. There's purpose in being the better you. That's the purpose.
Well, I think we all have a false identity of what our purpose is.
Yeah.
Because one minute I think I'm supposed to be doing this, and then
Yeah.
welcome to Utopia High School. You know what I'm saying? Like you
That's
always
facts, bro.
you always get derailed from what you think your purpose is. So
That's
I think
facts,
that
bro.
whole quote is
it's tough because I feel like you're inevitably gonna find a master.
yeah.
Like it might not be. That's the thing. Like
But that's if you're working and trying to find it.
bro. If you like master, like you can find a master anywhere. Like you might like watching TV. That's your new master. You spend all your time watching TV. You might like food, right? You just start eating. All of a sudden, that's your new idol. That's your new master. Like like that's the thing. Like it's difficult to like to just put it in a box because like purpose is such a like it's a diverse thing. Like for me, it's like you find purpose in serving your master, right? The issue is like people have so many different masters. Like to me, the only purpose there should be is serving God, right? It'll manifest in different ways. Like it can be in art, it can be in basketball, it can be in acting, it can be in education. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's still serving God ultimately. That's who your North Pole is.
So what's your purpose, Dean?
Oh, I have a couple, but they all sitting around.
Give me
like,
two.
Off rip is father, husband, bro.
Father and husband.
Bro,
What about
off
you,
rip.
Pepper? What's two purposes? What's your purpose?
Inspire others, entertain audience.
That's what's up. Meso, what's your purpose? Give me two things.
Create every day through love.
And that's important because
Bro, what's yours? No, you get nothing.
I would say my purpose is
That's important.
That's tough.
Nope.
I would
Crazy,
say
man.
I would say the same thing is is father and husband. And the reason, and the hardest one for me is, and I'm being completely honest here, the hardest one for me is being a husband. That's what I'm learning to be. I'm learning to be a husband. I do not know. I'm learning to be a husband.
Yeah.
Like I'm learning that. I'm learning to care for my wife. Not my kids, not my money, not me, but my wife. Like I have to be a husband. Like
I got a question for y'all.
that's
too.
my purpose in
Since
being
that's
a
your
father.
purpose, since y'all both agree on that purpose, I had a debacle with a female, and she said it should be a man's dying goal to have a wife. Like that should be one of his main primary goals. So since that's your purpose, was that ever?
Well, let me say mine
Like the
first,
girl.
because Dean gonna run off here, because he holds.
Because I personally felt like that shouldn't be like a number one goal. Like my goal is to make sure that I please my wife. Like I have a wife. I don't have that for me.
I think that me personally, like I said, I'm gonna say my first. Cause Dean
This is before being married too. Like this is prior. This is
Before being married, my purpose was, regardless of basketball, how I went, whatever, I always want to be a father, I always want to be a husband. I did not know what husband would entail. I did not know what it would look like, but I knew for a fact that I wanted a woman on my side to make me better. I knew that because I always talked to people who were in good marriages, and also I watch a lot of TV. So I always seen black men, successful black men always having a wife beside them, even when it was on TV, and even now that I'm older, they getting divorced now, but still they always had their wife beside them. So I always grew up using television for an example, family members for an example. So I always knew as a young kid that I wanted, no matter what I was doing, playing ball, whatever, I always knew I wanted a kid and I wanted a wife.
But that wasn't main priority.
But my main priority was getting money.
Gotcha.
Being a young dude, I wanted to have something to offer for myself. I wanted to have money, and also another purpose of mine when I was younger, before getting married, was doing something I love and making a lot of money doing it. Like I feel like, okay, that's this hooping shit. I got that shit natural. This is my purpose. My purpose is this hooping because it's easy. But that was never my purpose. That was just my talent. Like, so I got it kind of mixed up. So then as I got older, I started being like, okay, I still want a family and I still want kids. So I'm like, okay, that gotta be my purpose, because he gonna run out. I'm gonna take
Hold
off.
your thought.
And
I got a trick question for you.
Go ahead.
What's the difference between purpose and passion?
Well, passion, my purpose is driven by my passion. Like, if I'm passionate about it, I feel like that's gonna be my purpose.
Wait, but
Like-
you don't think you could be passionate about something? You
Let
could
me
be,
get it.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Cause
No,
I'm gonna
no. I can't be passionate about something that doesn't
That's
doesn't
not your
give me a
purpose.
purpose. Like, if I'm not passionate about it,
It's not your purpose.
it's not my purpose. I wouldn't even go into it. Like, even with teaching, my first initial degree was criminal justice. I always knew I wanted to deal with kids, but I noticed once I got into the schooling system, literally in a year, I was like, yo, this is it. Like, I'm fucking this. I'm passionate about it.
Yeah, so I love that question because somebody stumped me on it and they stopped me. So I think we have a misconception when people say that's my passion.
Yeah.
It can't be your passion. Passion is an action.
My passion is
you're
way
giving
bigger
off
than-
passion. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's an energy.
Yeah.
So that when somebody say, "Oh, you're following your passion," that's a false statement. You're not following your passion. You're giving off passion to
Following
that
your purpose.
activity.
Yeah.
You're following your purpose.
But whatever the activity is, which I'm guessing that's what you mean by purpose, whatever that activity is,
Yeah,
if it doesn't, I guess, push or give me that passionate energy,
there you go.
then I'm not gonna do it.
That's that.
So if I want to chop a tree down, and I'm in there like I'm really passionate about it, and it's driving me to like, oh, I need to do some
Yeah.
push-ups so I can be better at this.
Yeah.
I'll do it. But if it's not giving me that passionate energy
Or enthusiasm.
or enthusiasm, like if I can't wake up and like I used to work at the bank. I used to get paid. Boom, loans, like clockwork to get money. But that shit was not driving my passion. And I was like, yo, I am a robot. I gotta get out of here. Make every 6 months making more money. I had to get up out of there because, like I said, I guess to rephrase, it wasn't giving me that passionate energy that I needed to keep going. And I guess that's why, yeah, those are good questions.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Dean.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh? What was the question? The first one?
Oh, before you got married, was one of your primary goals to please your woman or find
be a
or
husband.
be a husband? It's like, I'm saying primary because that's what the young lady told me.
Yeah,
She said the number one goal for a man should be find a wife and please her.
I mean, I always want to be a daddy, just to be transparent.
That just sound bad the way you said it.
That's how she said it. Like,
I don't like how that even sounds.
she was like, "You're
not
She
true.
was like, "You're not a grown man, or you're not a man." Of course, we're talking about.
That's not
We're talking
true.
about how to be a man, or to be a man, or being a man. That's what her statement was.
I mean, that like
Men should live to please women.
Yep, that's literally what
Like, how-
I'm telling you.
Answer that. Now, Dean, go ahead and give me your answer. Because I need to know.
I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I think I'm allergic to this. It's crazy. No, I'm not even. But so like it doesn't
Ain't
like
no simp over there now.
that's like I think I've answered it already. You only have one master. Your wife is not your master. Your wife is your partner. Your wife is your passion and your love, but she's not your master. God is your master. So you live your life to serve God. Now in that, like you might align your household to that because you want your, you find a wife, you find a good thing, you want to make them be whole and happy. But like, bro, marriage is hard to the motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like you
Is
don't,
that hard?
bruh, you don't know what you're doing.
It's
There's
everything.
no you don't know what you're like.
That's a
There's
best
no
way
leader.
to put it. You don't know what you're
There's no
doing.
leader. There's no
I
leader.
felt like, and honestly,
There's no
I told you
curriculum,
my answer
bro,
was
like,
though.
you
You
don't know-
literally just said what I
you
said.
don't know what you're doing.
Like nobody's really showing you they telling you like, yo,
Bro.
do this, and you'll be fine.
First of all, there's so many things that are outside of you that is brought into marriage. Like you don't know what happened in her childhood, and even if you don't know how it felt. You don't know what effect it has, and like that'll come up in the marriage.
Yeah,
You don't know
what she might do.
And that's what, it's like you peel back more and more layers as the marriage goes on. You get to know your wife
For real.
over and over again in a different way. And it's not like she was hiding who she was. It's like that's why that I don't throw around in love. Like people be like, I was in love with her. I've been in love once, and it's the woman I'm with right now.
Right now.
Because everybody else was that shit was play.
Yeah, puppy love.
I didn't even know them.
Right.
I
Oh
didn't
my
even
God.
know them, bro.
Yo,
Like,
you preaching,
I
yo.
didn't know them.
I'm telling you,
I didn't
yo.
know them through childbirth.
And-
I didn't know them through
Yeah.
moving to a different city.
What?
I didn't know them through we ain't got it right
And
now.
another thing too, bro, like your wife is a totally different person since she had a baby. She's phase 3.0. Like you met your wife now, cool. Like y'all was best friends.
That's
Y'all
the
living
cute-
life.
that's the
She
cute
had a
child.
child.
That's not even
New woman.
She had a child.
Second
I'm talking
child.
about
Next
whole new
woman.
woman. Like,
Bruh, like,
now you
it's-
gotta figure it out. Like you gotta
That's what I'm
fall
saying.
back,
Like people be using the words "I'm in love" in vain, and it's like I've been saying this for a very long time, but I didn't really understand it until I was a husband.
Mhm.
Like when you love your wife, my nigga, I'm not leaving her, and she's not leaving me,
Yes,
and we gonna figure this shit out.
yo.
Period. Now that means like she go through depression, we gonna figure this depression
gotta
out.
see her talk.
She go through cancer, we going through cancer.
What we
together.
gotta do?
This shit ain't sweet. It ain't no
It ain't
fairy
sweet.
tale.
It's a
Like,
commitment, and the thing is, that commitment is literally something that you cannot give up on. It's like
It's different, bro.
it's like a heavy dream. It's like a imagination. It's like all of
But
that
like-
stuff because you have so many great times with
But
this
the
person,
security, though.
and then that.
But if you really
And
got it
the
right,
security.
the fact that you got somebody right there at all times, and like,
telling you, man.
you gotta pull her back, like, baby, don't swing. This is my fight. Type
Yeah.
thing. Like it's like it has this like it's like the most like strenuous, hardest process with the greatest reaping rewards I've ever been in my life.
Oh man,
Period. Like me and my wife now,
Already is hard.
like battling the world together to
Mhm.
secure our family, right? And at the same time, we're battling each other, and at the same time, we're battling I'm battling myself, and she's battling herself.
Mhm.
Like we're dying each day in so many battles, and at the same time, we're also building each other up. It's a mind fuck, bro. But
Yeah.
it's like it's beautiful. Like that's why, like I don't even, bro. Like that lust shit, all the other shit's cool. I'm not saying I don't struggle with shit. Like I'm not saying
you a man.
I'm a man at the right, exactly.
You a
But
man.
at the same time, there is no woman that I can compare to my wife for me.
Yeah.
Like I can't. There's no woman that I could be like, oh, even if she's bad as fuck, smart as shit, got hella bread.
She don't match nothing.
She hasn't. Like I can't.
She can't compete. I follow on Instagram all day. I got Instagram all day, man, and I can look at that shit like I was saying earlier. I'm a man,
Yeah, I hear you, but it don't even
but
compare.
that shit don't compare to it don't compare to the conversation.
I watch my
It
child
don't compare to the, it don't
come
compare
out
to
of
none of that shit.
Like I watched her go through pregnancy. I held her hair when she threw up. Like I've seen her like cry for me, suffer. For
Literally
me.
seen her inside and out.
Bro, like
Literally.
it's just like
It's
people
nothing.
don't put enough reverence on marriage, and that's why like it's so much turnover now because we don't take the second to actually process what sacrifices both people are doing to make this thing work. Like it's great, it's happy, it's good, but it's there's nothing harder that you're doing in your life. Like I did with y'all from what time?
8:30 to 3:30 if
Right.
Really
While
now.
I'm dealing with y'all, I'm still dealing with her.
Yeah.
Then when I leave here on my ride home, I'm dealing with her.
Yeah.
When I get home, I'm dealing with her. When I go to sleep, I'm probably still dealing with her somewhere in my subconscious, man. Like it don't go away.
Yo, you dream about it.
Right. Like,
Yeah, like-
baby, you mad? Oh, man, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying, and it's like I don't know, man. Like there's no other partnership. Like I love my mommy and daddy. It ain't the same. I love Zuri. It's not the same. I love like my son that's
Zuri, your
coming.
daughter.
Right, Zuri is my daughter. My son that's coming. I love him. He's not even here yet. It's not the same as loving my wife.
Congratulations.
Because I appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My wife, bro. It's like if I'm fighting everything, and she right there with me swinging.
Telling you,
And
bro.
sometimes me and her fight like, bro, why did you do that left hook like I taught you? Pop, pop, pop. And then we turn back around. All right, we back
All right,
at
we
it.
back at it.
Bro, it's
like a reset.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
that's why
that
no
goes
other
back to his
woman
question.
compares, bro.
That goes back to his
They
question,
didn't fight
though.
with me, bro. They not shooting in the gym. They
But-
not shooting in the gym,
Okay,
bro.
that makes
But that goes back to his question when he said, "Do you live for a wife?" Like,
No, we live for God.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's what I'm saying. We're both.
That's all I was
but-
asking.
yeah. I told you. I tell you, D, what I do.
I really didn't think. I didn't know I was
That's all I was
saying.
asking, bro. You feel? That's it.
Like-
Yeah,
like-
but I appreciate the
the
tidbit.
details,
Yeah,
bro.
I
need
need
to know
that.
that.
And while we on it, you know what I'm saying? If whenever y'all ready to actually do commit to one girl, even if she your girlfriend, like give her the whole. I wouldn't say the whole commitment.
You gotta guard your heart a little bit.
Yeah, guard it a little bit, but at the same time, throw a little hints out there like, yo, I'm trying to give you it all. Like, don't play with me. I won't play with you.
What is that song? It was
Play with me, I
was it
won't
Martin?
play with you.
Don't play with something you should cherish for a lifetime.
Right.
That line was fire.
I'm talking about when you deal with a woman, like, yeah, if you got a little something that you just, you know what I'm saying,
Little
then treat her like that. But once you get that one that's like, don't give it up, because that energy is there.
It's weird.
That energy's
bro.
there.
It's like it's a two-way street.
it's-
Though.
yeah.
It don't matter how
Don't
much you
play
care
with
about
it.
her, if she don't care about you in that same way.
Man, and
I
then
told
if you
you.
get a woman who's sending you those signals that she cares about me a little bit more than, and maybe I'm unfocused, fix yourself. Fix yourself.
Bro, I never.
Because you're gonna miss out on your blessing.
Bro, when
it's
me and
gonna
my-
be right there in front of you.
When me
and
and
then
my
you'll be
wife were
"Damn,
dating,
I should've
she
fucked."
told me like God told me He wants you to give me the best you, and this ain't it. Check the shit out of me, and I had to reflect on that. I was like, she right? She was right, bro.
Man.
She was so right. She was like, God told her that I need to give her the best version of myself, and I wasn't doing that. That literally changed some of the trajectory, like, bro. It's like
And
the thing about
that's the
le-
thing.
go
So
ahead.
I kind of back that a little bit because maybe every man goes through that. I don't know, but I kind of had that same thing. Now it wasn't as clearly
Articulated? Yeah.
Articulated. Now it probably was. I just wasn't open to hear.
To
My
receive
ears
it.
wasn't open.
Yeah.
So
you,
it
y'all
took
probably don't
fight, it
even
took
know
fuss.
y'all best self.
Well, but you gotta understand, I know what it isn't.
Yeah.
And I know like
And that's what helped you do
Right.
that.
I wasn't aligning towards it.
Mm.
Like I don't think I've reached my best self yet. I
We
100%
don't, we
agree.
don't know.
But I'm trying. Like before it was like I was just kind of chilling. And that's what I'm saying. Like the thing that I will say that marriage does do for a man, it makes you into a leader. Even if you weren't, like you have to, like if she gets laid off, if a pandemic hits, if whatever happens, your family still needs to eat.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we can talk about all this other bullshit later. It's your responsibility. It ain't her responsibility. It ain't that child responsibility. It's your responsibility of the man of the household to protect and to love that family. And like it builds something in you. Like
Yeah.
I don't give. Like I'm gonna get it done. And that's what I saw in my daddy that I could never understand as a boy. Like no matter what happened in our lives, my daddy had in his heart, oh, they gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Wait, so would you say that when y'all got married, it gave y'all a different, when y'all got married and when y'all had kids, did it give y'all a different level of motivation
Yeah.
Bro.
and drive
Big
for
time.
yourself?
And also, it gives you
You got it.
motivation, but also,
Bro.
like I said, whenever you're doing it, it's motivation, but at the same time, it's kind of like I got this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Ain't
we're
got
gonna
no
do this
choice.
regardless.
It ain't no
don't
choice.
matter,
It ain't no.
like,
It ain't
you know
like
what
if
I'm
you're a
saying?
real
This
man and you
is
about your
it.
family. It's not like a question of like tiredness. Or
Right,
question
let's
of-
get up and go.
Bro, that's why the self-care, I still struggle with the self-care question because I don't,
Oh, I cry.
I mean, I feel you on
That's
that,
not
but like, I mean,
self-care.
I'll cry, bro.
I mean, it can be if you letting that out, like that's his
Yeah, I
real
know.
process.
I know when I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I'm turning the music off,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna give myself 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cry hard. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
When I walk in the house, what's up, babe? How you
Right.
doing? You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's
talking
what I'm
about-
saying though. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, you still,
And you funny looking too. so-
you don't.
Fuck out of here. Oh,
but
I
like,
cry ugly.
But you still protect your
I ain't
family.
gonna
from
hold
that.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you still protect your
Oh, my
family. from
wife
that.
caught me a few times crying.
But, and that's not bad.
what
It's
it
not
is.
bad because she needs to see the vulnerability too.
Yeah.
But you still have it in you to like, I'm gonna take care of my family first. I'm gonna cry and do what I gotta do. I'm gonna make sure my family, like I don't want my son sad. I don't want have my daughter like in an emotional space.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure when I come, hey, what's up? So yeah,
Turn
you
it
at
on.
school? All right, baby, I love you. You look great today. Like you
Right.
still like you gotta.
Even sometimes I use my wife as that too. I'm like, I had a man. I just need to go to sleep. Well, go ahead to sleep. And she's so down. She be like that all the time. You need to go to bed. Well, okay, cool. Let me go to bed because I'm coming off. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, having that person there to all, it's just like a partnership. That's just, it's just.
So you would say, so
unconditional.
y'all would say y'all wives definitely took y'all to a different level.
Bro,
Y'all took their
before I was
For
married,
me,
I did
hell
not
yeah,
care
bro.
about
I ain't even
myself.
gonna hold you.
I used to be at school
I ain't even gonna hold you.
all day
man.
long.
Like,
I would be in school from
Two lanes. That ain't technical.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was a great turn, bro. Because
Two lanes, now
yes,
it's lit.
bro. Yes, man. Like, and the reason is I can walk around with my chest out,
Let me
bro.
be clear, let me
When a woman see me,
Let me be clear.
she be like, yo, man,
He get a little carried away.
Let
Let me be clear.
I can do it.
From
I am
7
not
to
a simp.
7,
Look, he
I was
said-
with the kids
said him wrong
at work.
He a simp.
Yeah.
You wanna know why I used to work and be with kids? Because I knew the other me.
Yeah.
And the other me I didn't like. So, like, I knew if I wasn't at work with my kids, I would be in the streets. And I'm not a gangbanger. I wasn't shooting. The streets for me was females, women, bro. And I was like, I don't want to be a womanizer anymore. So it's like, when I'm around them, I'm always my best. Like I'm trying to be something for them to follow.
Yeah.
So I know if I do, like Kip was 7 to 5. That's where I used to work at. Kip was 7 to 5. I did Bible study after school. I did robotics club. I did anime club. I did what else did I do? I had a step team. This is what I did every freaking week. Like when the coworkers were going to happy hours, I was after school with kids doing projects, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's the reason I did that is because if my hands were not occupied, if I was not having like 100 kids looking at me, making sure I was doing the right thing, I was hey, what's up? You good? What you doing?
Yeah.
And it would be it was the same thing over and over again. And at a certain point, you stop valuing that. Like you don't want to be that anymore. You don't want to be a person that just runs through girls, breaks their hearts, lies to them, bullshit them. Like
It's gonna run out.
Even if you
It's
tell
gonna
the
run
truth,
out.
you still bullshitting about like you don't, bro.
You don't want to live like that. You want somebody.
Like you
Let
don't.
me ask y'all this since we here. Do y'all want somebody?
For sure.
Yeah.
Do y'all see yourselves being married?
Absolutely.
Is there anybody in the wind who's
No.
No.
Okay,
But
Not
but
at
I
all.
mean
so
I think
how do we find that woman?
I think it's just
She'll
naturally
find
like
me.
I don't want to I don't want to force it. I don't want to
She'll
go on
find
no
me.
dating sites or nothing like that.
I'll be
I don't wanna force it. I
outside.
want it to be natural.
I mean, first of all,
I'll be outside.
What's
I
wrong
gotta
with
be
that?
honest with you. If you're a black man and you're like successful, like if you have a college degree, and
Oh,
you're
they gonna
working,
find you.
there are like for every one eligible male black chick, like there's like
120.
20, 10, 35, 40. It's crazy, bro.
With an
Like,
X around it.
and I ain't gonna lie to you. The older you get, the worse it get. Cause like people gonna start getting married, and girls are like a lot of girls aren't,
Available like that.
and they just gonna be like, "Hey, you looking a little better this year than last year."
Hey, I know you not over here by
you
yourself.
you ain't married yet. Oh, okay, all right. So it's like
U-turn.
I'm very happy with my decision. I'm so grateful to God for how my life worked out.
I'm glad
But if
y'all
I was
boys got
single right now,
together.
it would be a lot more available.
Cause we need
now than it
leaders.
was when I was
We
younger.
need to see
Great
it. You know what I'm
example.
saying? A leader is somebody who's gonna take you somewhere you never thought you could go.
You can go.
So get what? Y'all are our leaders.
But that definitely taught us that having a wife can elevate you to a
You
new
know
Oh
what
my
I'm
God,
saying?
bro! God's favor.
I have more faith in marriage now because
God's
of y'all.
favor on my life.
Y'all make it look so
after
cool.
marriage, bro. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I got so
If
much stuff
anything,
going
y'all
right
down,
now.
I'll be trying.
Y'all
to
make it look cool,
now.
bro. Y'all make it look cool.
When I pull up now, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all convincing me just a little bit. Not all of
I'm
y'all.
not,
Hey,
but
bro.
listen,
I'm just being honest about my experience. Like,
Yeah.
I love being a husband. I
I
love being
know
a
it.
dad.
I know it don't suck. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents still married. They've been married 60 years. So
But
it's
I'm
like,
glad y'all
I
said
ain't like
this.
I don't have the example,
What
but
time is it on that
Yeah,
note?
that's what I'm about to say. And I'm glad y'all said it because that's a point in the gentleman's club. It's the point of changing the narrative on everything,
Yeah.
giving everybody's perspective, making sure they understand that whatever you're going through, everybody's been through it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all about your approach and your response to these things and how can you adjust to make yourself better. And once again, this is the Gentleman's Club, man. Subscribe below.
I hope the mic was on.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, Mike,
I'm mad as hell. All right, we good. Next week.